Welcome to the Adequate Gaming channel. This is Wirka bringing you a Holy Grail Elden Ring guide. So today we're going to be getting all of the prayer books for incantations, all 8 of them. And I'm going to be showing those off and kind of how early you can get them. At the end of the video, I'll show you where to turn them in at, or where I would recommend turning them in. So the first prayer book is actually going to be right here in the round table hold. We're going to be heading over towards the blacksmith area and heading down. For this here, you're going to need 3 stone sword keys, and you will need an additional stone sword key for the second book. So a grand total of 4. So you're pre-warned. There are spoilers for later on. I'll mention those before it happens. So after you come down next to the blacksmith and you put your 3 stone sword keys in, right over here in this chest right here will be the Assassin's Prayerbook. It'll be the Assassin's Approach and Darkness. There it is. Starting now with the second prayer book that you can get, kind of in order. It's going to be up in Stormvale Castle. We're going to be getting the Godskin Prayerbook, which contains Black Flame and Black Flame Blade. The closest site of grace is going to be over here in the left side chamber. I am letting you guys know that I have turned the AI off for the enemies. You can either sneak your way through or absolutely decimate it through. So you're just going to be running pretty much straight. There are these enemies here which aren't very difficult even at the lower levels. But there are a few rats down here at the bottom. And this will be the last area that you will need a stone sword key for. Alright. As a little bit of a bonus, right through here is going to be the Godskin Sacred Seal. We're not going to get that today. We're worried about the prayer book. And here we are. Alright, off to the next one. The next one is actually going to be in Liurnia. There's going to be an additional one here as well, but we're gonna go ahead and grab the easiest one first, which is actually right over here. If you don't have any of the graces up through this area, like I don't, you can start right here at the first one that you kind of get in this area, and just go ahead and follow my pathing along the left-hand wall. Now this one is the Fire Monk's Prayerbook. It will give you O Flame and Surge O Flame. If you want to go ahead and speed it up through this part, go ahead. But it's just literally in the flat area on the left-hand side when we get there. I will say this though, Liurnia of the Lakes is a good looking area. Alright, you're going to be coming up across this village here. Remember I did turn the AI off, so you might have to fight your way through, but for the most part you can just kind of ride through. It's actually going to be right over here on this dead body. And here we have it. Off to the next one. As I mentioned before, the next one is also going to be in Liurnia, but it's going to be up on the eastern side, next to the Artist's Shack. This little side of grace right here. We're going to go ahead and run down the hill. There's going to be an enemy down here. This Dragon Knight guy. I'm not sure. I have heard rumors that it is not 100% drop, that you might have to farm it 2 or 3 times. So I went ahead and put on 100% drop chance, just so you guys can see it. So once you fight this guy, he should give you the book. So go ahead and smack him up. Alright, and when you're finished with that, loot his corpse. And there we have the Dragon Cult Prayerbook, which gives you Lightning Spear, Honed Bolt, and Electrify Armament. From here on out, there are going to be spoilers for the Capital, Mountaintop of the Giants, and Forum Azula, so keep that in mind. There is actually going to be 2 in the Capital. The closest one for the first one that we can kind of get to is actually the Fortified Manor first floor. But if you haven't made your way down and you don't know to go in that area, the West Capital Ramparts are going to be where we are starting. So we're just literally going to be running down and hopping off. Jumping down a few of the buildings. There shouldn't be any enemies through here that should bother you too terribly much. You're going to head in the front door and head immediate left through this area, and right at the back of this room is going to be the 2 Fingers Prayerbook. That one's going to give you Lord's Heal and Lord's Aid. The next book within the capital is going to be the Golden Order Principia. The closest site of grace is going to be the Erdtree Sanctuary once you take down the boss in this area. We're going to be going up to the next story, as you would be continuing the game. Go ahead and run up these routes. And instead of actually continuing forward, we're actually going to take a left here. Right off this bit. And boom. Right off the side of the roof and into the window. Take another left and right here at the roots. Now, you don't actually have to get too terribly close to this one, luckily enough. I spent a little time trying to jump to find out. You can just pick it up from right here, and what it gives you is Radagon's Rings of Light and Law of Regression. Alright, on to the next one. And here we are for the 7th book. Again, spoilers for this area. This is the Mountaintop of the Giants, which is considered one of the endgame areas. The closest site of grace is going to be your White Ridge Road, and you're going to be going up, actually, into the Guardian's Garrison. Again, remember I switched off the AI. Oh, I was stuck there for a second. The Giant's Prayerbook is going to give you the spells Giant's Flame Take Thee and Flame Upon Them. Now this one can be a little tricky to get to, but all in all, not too terribly difficult. There are actually a few more cool things in this area that I will point out as we go. As you make your way to the top, you're one of the enemies that will rush you, but you might miss it. These breakable objects right here, go ahead and break them up, and we're going to be going on to that path down here. Little cheeky secret area. If you recall the trailer for Elden Ring, you'll remember that giant shield that the character was wearing, and that is actually where you get it, right here. Kinda cool. We're gonna go ahead and make our way to the top. I'm gonna go ahead and skip past that. There we go. No need to see me climb all through that. And then right here in this chest is going to be your 7th prayer book. Giant's Prayerbook. Alright, on to the last and final area. And here we are in the final location for the final and 8th spell book. This one's going to be the Ancient Dragon Prayerbook. Again, spoilers if you don't want to know what's kind of coming up next. This is in Forum Azula. Your closest site of grace is going to be actually fairly close to the beginning of this area, the Crumbling Beast Grave Depths. If you've got the Tempest Facing Balcony, you should already have the book by now. What the Ancient Dragon Prayer Book is going to give us is the Ancient Dragon's Lightning Spear and the Ancient Dragon's Lightning Strike. We're just going to make our way through over here to the bottom, and when we come into this little area right here, there are quite a few beastmen, so be careful. Kind of an animation he had. It's going to be right here on this body. Ancient Dragon's Prayer Book. And with that, congratulations, you have all 8 prayer books. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show you where I would turn them in at. I do not believe that there is any better option than the Church of Vows in Liurnia. If you haven't made your way up here, please do. It is the best area ever. Solely because... Turtle Pope. Tortoise Pope? Yeah, it's a Turtle Pope. And you can hand all of your books in to him, and he will graciously accept them without judging you, like Corin does. The Turtle Pope's a bit better at it. And the Turtle Pope also accepts the sorcery scrolls. So you can learn sorceries and incantations from him. It's a one-stop shop. It's the only way to go. And we hope you enjoy. Thank you for watching the Adequate Gaming channel. This is Whitaker. And until next time.